Hello, good morning kids. This is your teacher, Mr. Mendoza Robert, and in this opportunity I will explain about the present passive. So what is a present passive? The first thing you need to know is that in order to talk about the present passive, you need to know this formula. The present passive is formed with the verb be, am is are, plus the past participle verb. But what's this? Let's see some examples. Peter Pan invites Wendy to Neverland. Here, the subject is Peter Pan, the verb is invites, and the object of this sentence is Wendy. Now, this is an active sentence. Let's say a normal sentence. Now, what is a passive sentence? How can we change this sentence to passive? Example, Wendy is invited to Neverland by Peter Pan. Notice that the only thing that is happening here is a change of order. Wendy, that was the object, is now the subject, is in first place. Now we are using is and we change invites with invited. Invited is the past participle verb. So, the passive sentence, Wendy is invited to Neverland by Peter Pan. One famous word that we use in the passive is by. Let's see another example. The secretary answers the phone calls. The secretary is the subject, answers is the verb, and the phone is the object. If I want to change this active sentence into a passive sentence, the passive sentence will be phone calls are answered by the secretary. Notice phone calls now is the subject, phone calls. Now phone calls is plural, we're talking about calls. So the verb be we are going to use is are. Then we have the past participle verb answered, and then we have by the secretary. The secretary, which was the subject, is now the object of the passive sentence. More examples. She applies lipstick. Lipsticks is applied. So look, lipsticks will be the subject, is singular, so we use is, the verb be is, and then the past participle. Next example, Thomas feeds the hens. Now we change this active sentence to a passive sentence. Hens are fed by Thomas. Again, hens will be the subject. This is plural, so we use the verb be are, and then the past participle verb of feeds is fed, and we use by Thomas. Okay, so hens are fed by Thomas. Next example, Carol garnishes the cake. This is an active sentence. The passive sentence will be the cake is garnished by Carol. So when we talk about passive, we are saying that we are changing the emphasis. So here in the first sentence, we are more interested in Carol. But in the second sentence, we are more interested in the cake. Okay? So next example. Polly hangs the jeans. Passive sentence. The jeans are hung by Polly. Jerry kicks Tom. Tish. Ow! Look at this example. Jerry kicks Tom. Now here we are more interested about Jerry. But what happens if I want to change the emphasis of this sentence and I am more interested in Tom? So my passive sentence, my present passive sentence will be Tom is kicked by Jerry. Okay? Now next, the puppeteer makes puppets. This is an active sentence. The passive, puppets are made by the puppeteer. Now, Marina navigates the ship. That ship is navigated by Marina. So this is all about present passive. Okay, remember, For present passive, we use subject, the verb be is are, and then the past participle of the verb. Now, a famous phrase or a famous word we use here is buy. So we will practice more examples about the present passive in class. Okay? Bye bye. See you. Bye bye.